Again, I'm back with some triangle congruence lessons, and today I'm with SAS. So that's side angle side. I have two questions waiting for you guys. This one is the first and the simple one. I have one side given to me, and then there is an angle, and then the third one is a side. Make sure the angle is between the two sides. You cannot have an angle over here. It needs to be in between the two sides. So the first one is QR equal and congruent to UV. Then I have R, or let's say angle R is equal and congruent to angle V, and RS is equal and congruent to VW. So I have triangle again. The sequence should be there. It should be QRS is equal and congruent to triangle UVW by SAS congruence. Now, by default, when you see these two triangles can overlap each other, so the third side is going to be by default equal to each other, and that would be the reason as C, B, C, D, C. Corresponding parts of corresponding triangles are congruent. And here, everything is given to you in the question. Make sure you mention the reason and only use the three that is given to you. Don't assume anything and write it. Alright? Moving to this side, I have triangle 1 and triangle 2. Okay, you can see. What is given to you is these two sides and these two sides. So let's start with the sides that's given to me. So I have MO equal and congruent to PO, and then I have NO equal and congruent to QO. Now I just have two things that's given to me. Alright, I need a third thing to prove that they both are congruent. Now in this case, I have the angles. Let's name it 1 and 2. I know they're vertically opposite angles, so they both are equal. So I have angle 1 equal and congruent to angle 2, vertically opposite angles. So I have SAS. So triangle MON is equal and congruent to triangle POQ by SAS congruence. Now the tricky part over here. So this side and this side will overlap each other. So I have MN equal and congruent to PQ by CPCTC. So there you go. So it's not complicated. You just need to shade out the two different triangles and just see. It's like your hands, alright? See, if I have my hands over here and I'm just proving that this three fingers are equal to each other, therefore my other two fingers will be equal to each other. So if I'm proving that these two sides and this angle are equal, so by default the third side will also be equal to each other. So hopefully you got more information about congruent triangles, and it will help you to solve more questions easily.